Morning, everybody. It's 8:39. The numbers are out, and they were better than expected. To give you an idea, before I get into the actual numbers, prior to the number, the Dow had been from up 62 to up roughly 55, currently up 220. The NASDAQ had gone from 60 to up 52. Currently, uh, up about 165. S&P had been up 12 or 13, currently up 35.74. So what the numbers actually were? Well, mortgage apps were up 0.9%. I know that's not what anybody's looking at, versus down 4.4, but I don't want to forget it. CPI up 0.2 month over month. Expectation was for 0.3. Year over year, up 3% versus expectation of up 3.1. Core CPI, ex food and energy for those of us who don't eat or drive on a monthly basis, up zero point 0.2 versus expectations, up zero point 0.4. Year over year number, a little stickier, 4.8 versus 5 expected. So that's what the numbers looked like. The market is stronger, interest rates are lower. Um, we're seeing a nice move up here in a bunch of the commodities. Just to give you a look, oil up about 60 cents at 75 and almost a half. Uh, Heating oil up 3 cents, gasoline up 1 cent, nat gas down 4 tenths of a cent, 4 cents, I'm sorry. Gold, which was hanging in there, up 2 or 3, now up 12, 11.6. Silver, which was down a couple of cents, is now up 40 cents. Copper up a nickel. That's a nice move there. Um, the soft cotton down slightly, down 4 cents, but yesterday it was up $2. So that's a tough one to look at in a vacuum. Coffee up $1.15, but it's below $1.60. The sugar, which we're long a little, is up 15 cents. The dollar is down 60 cents. And part of that, I'm assuming, is because interest rates have fallen. Um, Currently down 30 seconds, so 15/16 of a point, down a point. I mean, pardon me, up a point. So that glad that we're not in that TBT. That was really a great trade, um, getting out when we did, because those things are going to go from being $1.50 in the money at the high to now just about 30 cents in the money. As far as stock news, um, Disney looking at a sale for their Star India subsidiary. Doesn't mean much, evidently. The stock is up a quarter. KPMG, the accounting firm, spending 2.1 billion with for AI and cloud product, with Microsoft. Deloitte, the accounting firm, says back to school spending will be down 10%. Most of those surveyed for them said that they were short on money and they were concerned about inflation. And NVIDIA, which got turned down, um, or not turned down by ARM, but stopped by whoever it is that came out of the woodwork to say they were not going to allow a deal there, now is saying they are in negotiations to be an anchor investor in ARM Holdings IPO. So the regulators we'll have to take another look at that. It's not an outright purchase, it's just an investment. So I'm not seeing any reason for that to go away. And one warning, as you know, I do the homework on this stuff. AULT, alt. Alt is a big mover today, currently trading $7.18, and that is up $3.87 or 118%. Do not go for this for anything more than a trade, and I'd advise not being in a trade in it either. Alt is a technology sector, electronic components. This stock is probably the all time biggest destroyer of equity that I have ever seen. Um, the stock has been reverse split 1 for 20, 1 for 40, and then in middle of May, 1 for 300. To give you an idea of what that turns into, to begin with, it gives it an adjusted high of 2,865,600 a share. Currently, $7.10. To look at it a little differently, if you owned 100,000 shares of this stock before that first reverse of 1 for 20 back in late 2019, 100,000 shares, you would have 4/10 of one share. So with a high of 898 this morning, I'm thinking this is without question the biggest destroyer of equity. And the reason for this move today is that the company put out a letter to the shareholders, which says, in short, we are pleased to provide you with a business update as we enter the third quarter of 2023. Our commitment to transparency and effective communication drives us to share clear and concise information about our company's financial status and strategic holdings. It goes on to say that the book value of our shares stands at approximately $80 a share. Total assets of $527 million. Did you get that? $80 a share. And this morning, it's $8, and that's up 150%.
I'm not sure.
Buyer beware. As far as other stocks relative in the news, we have that VMware. Broadcom confirms it got conditional approval from the EC to buy VMware. VMware is 155. The Disney I told you about, it's up 13 cents. Illumina, the EU Commission fines Illumina and Grail for implementing their acquisition without prior merger control approval. Illumina is down 30 cents. Netflix up $1.50. UBS raises the target to 5.25. Nvidia up $1.78 on that ARM IPO information. Coty, COTY, in talks to buy back. Kim Kardashian in talks to buy back the 20% stake in her company that they own. So a little bit of a bump there, up 3.8%. All right, folks, be careful out there. And we are now up 176 in the Dow, 145 in the, in the Dow, 145 in the NASDAQ. And let's just see about the S&P. S&P up 30 and a half. 30 and a half S&P, 182 in the Dow, 146 in the NAS.